Alright, first off, I'd like to say sorry for the very loud fan noise in the background. I'm filming this in my room. Uh, Future videos, I hope to not film in my room. Honestly, I don't want to film this shit here. Um, but also, I'd like to have a little disclaimer. I talk about self-harm in this video. It's not super long, but I do talk about it and how I dealt with it a little bit. So there will be like topics of that in this video. And finally, this video is made in like one take, so it's very low effort. I'm sorry about that. Next videos won't be though, 100%. All right, fuck it. I was fiddling with some settings, but honestly, I don't understand this shit. It's my first video, so I'ma just kinda just dive into this shit raw. You know, like first experiences. Um, Please mind my sickness. You know, I can't really control that. I've been fighting this shit for like 2 days. Honestly, I feel like I'm dying, but we gonna get this shit right. Sorry. Shit. Alright, so, you know, I guess, let's get right into it. So, the topic of this video has really been on my mind for like a good solid, like, couple months. Like, honestly, I've been thinking about all this shit for like 6 months, really. Like, I've been feeling really not down, but no, I don't know. I just haven't been feeling exactly myself. I feel like I haven't been able to express myself or kind of present. It's weird, you know. It's relationship wise. I feel like right now I'm in a spot where I'm kind of lost, you know. And it's something that like I'm kind of confused on. Like, I don't know how I even got here. You know, I feel like I got a decent experience with like dating or talking to girls and shit like that, you know. So you would think like a nigga knows what he's doing, but like I really don't. Like, damn, I'm saying like hella. But nah, I feel very conflicted with how my relationships have been going. I feel like the first one, the first ever, like we're gonna start off in chronological order, right? Like 8th grade type shit. So, mind you, I'm 18, so this is years ago, right? My first ever relationship. It was wholesome, you know. I mean, what else could you really read? What could you expect from an 8th grade relationship? Like, nothing much was happening, you know. It was really just chill shit going on, and then, you know, well, you don't know, bro. Y'all don't know me. Fuck, bro. But and you know, it's just 8th grade was such a weird year in my relationships. It's like every time I think about it, it was never the best, but it wasn't the worst, you know. 8th grade, 8th grade year, my little weeb ass, you know, I was fucking with this one chick. Um, I had a crush on her for like a hot ass minute. I had been crushing on her for dead ass, I think about like 2 months back then. Like when I was like fucking with her. I've been crushing on her for 2 months, and then I grew some nuts. I grew some. I went up to my homeboys. I was like, bruh, today's the day. I'm finna tell this girl I like her. I'm fucking with her, and I'm trying to be with her, and I'm really trying to be her man. You feel me? Like I'm really trying to get in that. Boom, bam. I'm feeling like him. I'm puffing my chest. I'm like, yes, nigga, I'm about this shit. I'm gonna stand on my shit, nigga. Man, and so that day, I don't exactly remember, but it was sometime in December. Shout out to my December babies. You feel me? And I'd asked her, and she was like, why not? She's like, okay. I was like, yes! Yes! I'm over here feeling like the man, nigga. I was like, let's fucking go. I'm like, hell yeah. Shit. But, after that, it was really downhill from there. It was really raps. She wasn't the best girlfriend. She was like mad, elusive, if you will. That's a big word. Hopefully y'all understand that word. I didn't just pull it. I didn't just pull it out the dictionary. I'm really using these words like that. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah, but it was really just, she would talk to me on and off. Sometimes she would dead ghost me for like a week or two. Like, just wouldn't talk to me, leave me undelivered. I really feel like I was like, damn, man, maybe she's just really doing something. She's just she's busy. She's doing sport. She's just up to she's doing her things. Little old me, young, you know, my young, pure mind, just thinking, giving her benefit of the doubt. But really she wasn't fucking with me. But I didn't see the signs, no red flags. I was a fucking loser. I still kind of am. I still kind of feel like that. Back then, I kid you not, I ran like the first ever mile, like the first ever 8th grade mile. I ran that bitch in Naruto style, like Naruto running. I kid you not. Like, I don't know how I even pulled. I don't know how. I mean, technically I didn't, but like, it was phenomenal, honestly. I was happy. I told my mom about it. She was like, oh my god, you have a girlfriend. I'm so fucking happy for you and shit. And I was like, bet. And so, the summer of that year comes, and, I had asked the girl out to the mall, and she was like, yeah, well, we can meet there. Turns out when I get there to the mall, she's talking about I can't pull up, like my grandparents ain't feeling it. And so I was like, damn, for real. So I dead ass got stood up. First girl I'm fucking with, first like for real date I'm taking her on, like she just stood me up, and so I called my homeboy up, W homeboy, shout out him. I love him, he's doing good. But I called him up and I was like, bro, the girl I was talking to, she stood me up, and I was just wondering if you was trying to hang out on some shit. We can go to Dave and Buster's, walk around the mall, do some shit. He's like, fuck yeah, let's go, dude, let's hang out. And so me and him, we chill. I'll never forget that day because it was a really fun day. Like, I got closer to my homie. And I feel like I really bonded with bro after that. Like, me and him talk every now and then. Not really though. Like, I probably should talk to him more. But he got his shit going on. I got my shit going on. Like, it's just really, it's a weird time, Right? And then the next girl I talked to, right? It's 9th grade, and I'm in a drama class, and there's this girl in that drama class, and you know, I catch feelings for her again, or not again. Sorry, I catch feelings for her because she's like the closest, uh, like the closest girl around me. So I'm like, hey, I fuck with you. Hold on, let me slow down. I'm going a little too fast. But so, she's the closest to me. And so I'm like, I'm catching a vibe with her. I'm fucking with her. I'm friends with her. I'm cool with her. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, fuck it, dude. Like, I think I like this chick. Like, I'm kind of fucking with her. So, mind you, I'm 14. I'm 14. I think she's like 15, 16. She was older than me at the time, but I was fucking with her. Okay. And just to get you a little image into your mind, throughout these years, I'm a decently not soup. I wouldn't say I'm like crazy fat. You feel me? But like I'm chunky. Like I'm a chunky kid, and I'm black. So odds were low key against me, but I pulled through and I asked this girl. I was like, yo, I like you. I fuck with you. Like, I wanna get to know you. Like, I want you to kind of like go out with me. And she's like, I don't know about going out with you, but we can talk. That's red flag number one. Nigga, she said talk. Where the fuck is this going? Right? So, we quote unquote talk. Turns out that talk turns into a 2, 3-ish months of me basically just being a sneaky link in a way. Not even sneaky. I'm more of like a friends with benefits. That's what I am. I'm pulling up on her early as fuck in the morning. We're making out. She giving tongue. She touching sensitive areas. I'm touching sensitive areas. You feel me? And so I'm like, ooh, I'm really winning. I'm here like do 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 do. I'm hearing music and shit. Like my life is really butterflies and rainbows and sweet. Like my life was mad sweet back then. It still is. Like my life is still relatively sweet. Um, but after fucking with her for a little bit, they get to. Sorry, I just cracked the fuck out of my knuckle. But we get to a point where we're in like this room. It's like one of the last times I ever talked to her, but where me and her, we're just fucking making out in like the top floor of this building, and she gets to touching my real sensitive area, like no pants, like this one hand through the hand all the way in my pants to my sensitive area. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, okay, I see what the plan is. I see how we move it. And so I'm about to dive in back. You feel me? Like I'm about to retaliate back with my hands. And then these niggas I know come pulling up on us out of nowhere. So we have to stop. And we cut an end to that. Now I'm glad though. I'm glad that happened because I probably would have regretted whatever was going to happen afterwards. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I wasn't really rocking with her. Like, of course, I was liking what we were doing, but I wasn't liking her as a person. Like, she had a lot of issues. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. I'm definitely not a perfect person, but she just definitely was not my vibe. So they saved my fucking life. You feel me? But then, fucking like a month or two later, right? There was this girl who I had a crush on for like the entire school year. I'm telling you, the entire school year, freshman year. When I tell you, I was like deeply infatuated with her. I was like in love with her, bro. Right? And honestly, the girl that I just talked about was kind of my my way of trying to forget, trying to like be like, like, like it's okay. She has a boyfriend now. Like, it was never gonna happen, you know. So I was like, psh, right, whatever. But 2 months later, after fucking with the girl from drama, right, I end up somehow, bagging my fine shit, right? So I'm like, whoa! I'm like, this is my crush, bro. Like, I made it, bro. I made it. And this is how it happened, right? So boom, I want you to think like this. Your boy is in Algebra 1, and I'm a little slow in that bitch. Like, I'm slow, right? But I got all my homies in that class, so I'm asking for help. I'm talking to people. I'm getting to know people, and so I end up. The girl also is in my class. You feel me? So I'm talking to her and shit, and I'm like, hey, like, can I get some answers? And that's how I get her number, right? Because I get the answers from her, right? But that wasn't it. After that, I start going to her table. I'm chopping it up. I'm talking. I'm laughing with her. You feel me? I got her laughing and shit. She's joking. I'm over there playing games with her and shit. She's giving me food. We was really close. We was really friends in that class, right? And then so I don't remember what day it was, but I just know it was after I was fucking with that girl from drama class, right? One of our friends had told me that she was feeling me, and I was like, oh shit, for real? I was like, you say you swear to God, um, and she's like, I swear, like she really likes you, and she said she's starting to like you. I was like, yes, 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 yes. I was like, sweet. And so, I don't exactly remember how it went, but I just know that she still had a boyfriend, so me and her could not go public. But I do know me and her started talking a little bit differently through the phone. And if you picking up what I'm putting down, then you're picking up what I'm putting down, nigga. Like, so we was talking differently through the phone. And I was fucking with that. Now me and her started FaceTiming. We was playing iMessage games on the daily. We had our inside jokes going. Like, we really had everything going. And there was a couple times where she was talking. She was hitting my phone on some crazy shit. Like, crazy shit. Like, she was talking wild. And of course, I came back talking the same shit. I was on the same wavelength. Yes, ma'am. I'm that nigga, right? But, my little dumbass pea brain, I was like, dude, what? I should totally show my homeboys this message. I should show, like, everybody I'm close to this message. Now, not a screenshot, because I'm not a dumbass. I'm not a full dumbass. But I did show them niggas the phone and the messages. Right. And so I showed not too many people. I showed maybe at most 10. Okay. And that was one of the, like, hugest mistakes of my life. Now, do I, like, dwell on it every now and then? No, not really, because, like, I'm not with her anymore, of course, but, back then I was like, fuck, dude, what could I have done to change that? Literally nothing, except don't tell anybody and just keep to myself. But, actually, that's a lesson, bro. No matter what, keep your relationship to you. Don't tell niggas shit, bro. That is a key lesson. I don't, like, if anybody's listening to this for real, like, never ever tell niggas your business, bro. Never do that shit. You're just fucking yourself up. You're fucking up your own happiness, right? But I didn't know, so I ended up telling niggas my business. and like a couple like 2 months. I'm pretty sure it's like May or April. Um, I'm pretty sure it's like May though, but um, something goes down. A day happens. I come in from lunch. She's not in the class yet because I get to class like mad early, right? But I get in there. I get in there, and I see like our close friend, like our mutual friend, in there. She sits at the same table with her, and she tells me, she's like, such and such is mad at you. And so I'm like, what? Like, what is she mad at me for? Like, I didn't do nothing. And I'm like, and she tells me, she's like, well, she's been hearing things that like you've been showing her messages to other people. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I would never do that. I would never do that. I'm lying on my ass, by the way. Like, of course. You know, like, I'm like, fuck, dude. What could have happened? Like, who's loud mouthing? So she was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, man, I never did it. And she's like, okay, I'll tell her that, right? So mind you, I go to my seat, I start texting all my friends that I told, and I told her, I was like, nigga, did you fucking snitch? Like, who the fuck did you tell? Right? I'm fucking, I'm pissed, I'm scared, I'm anxious, I'm feeling all types of emotions. And then boom, the man himself walks in. Now, I will not be name dropping, but since the only thing I can be reminded of is Goomba when I think of bro. I'm calling him Goomba. You see, Goomba, him and I were kind of close, not really close, but Goomba was definitely my biggest op after this situation, because what the fuck, nigga, right? So Goomba had talked to the girl I'm talking to in this situation, right? Um, Damn, should I give her a name? I feel like I should, but nah, y'all just gonna have to keep up because it's too much for me to think of, right? So Goomba, right? He had fucked up. He had talked to her before, right? But he wasn't as successful as me. He had only gotten, I think, some nudes, right? He had only got like a nude photo or an explicit photo. Okay. Um, and then she ghosted his ass. And I think he was butthurt about that, right? So, and he just happened to be one of the people I told, right? So, guess what? I went up to this nigga and I was like, bro, did you tell? And he comes looking at me, looking. Goomba knows damn well he did. Goomba told somebody. I don't know who he told, but he told. And he looks me straight in my face. He's like, no, bro, I don't know who would do that. I would never do that to you. I would never do that. Shut your dumb ass up. So anyways, right. I'm like, this nigga just lied to my motherfucking face. And I wanted to go off so bad. I wanted to kill him so bad. I just knew it. I knew it was this nigga. The second I saw him, he looked suspicious. You feel me? And so I had to test the waters. So class starts with algebra. And I go over to her desk once I get some free time. Right? I'm like, hey, can I get a drink? Trying to see where I'm at. She's like, just not right now. Like, not right now. I don't want to talk to you. Oh my god, bro. My heart was in my ass, bro. Like, all the way in my ass. Like, I felt so worthless. Like, I didn't know what to do, right? So I went to my chair. And if anybody has ever been in a situation where, like, you feel like shit, or you're, like, stressed out, then you will know this feeling. My fucking foot would not stop moving. It would not stop moving. I felt like a crack addict, literally. My leg was moving up and down at supersonic speeds in the classroom. Right. And I'm failing this class. I'm failing Algebra 1. I'm not anymore, okay? I'm a smart nigga now. But in that year, that freshman year me, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And that teacher, low-key, was hating on me because I was getting too much play in front of his face. Alright, let me stop. Right, let me continue. Right, so I think 15 minutes goes by in the lecture. And I'm like, teacher, I need to go to the hospital. Or not hospital, to the nurse's office now. He's like, bet, I'll let you go. So I go. And the second I hop out that classroom, I jump up and slam down. And like I'm telling you, I hit like a nasty, like damn near 10-inch vert. Like damn near 10-inch vert. I'm telling you, bro. I'm like 5'3" at the time, bro. So that 10 inches was crazy wild to me. Right? So I slammed down, and some girl's like outside the classroom. She stares at me. Bro. She must have thought I was tweaking, bro. Oh my god. But I went to the nurse's office, and I went to the bathroom in the nurse's office, bro. And in there, bro, I was tweaking for like a good 10 minutes, bro. I was genuinely like, I was crying, I was scratching, biting, hitting. I was just infuriated. I was infuriated with myself, bro. Like I was, I was committing self-harm. Okay, like for real. Like I was really biting myself and like hitting myself. I was really in my feelings, bro. Like I was like, fuck, I fucked up bad. And I tried to call people, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was thinking about ending it, bro. Like I was that low. I was that low. And then, I started calling people. I was like, yo, like, well, I started texting. I couldn't call, but you feel me? Like, I started like, yo, like, can y'all, like, I need help, bro. Like, can you come to the nurse's office? I call I let my homeboy know. He's like, nah, bro, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a presentation. I can't. So I called somebody else, and they're like, nah, bro, I can't. And then I called my one homegirl, and shout out to her, bro, because I don't know where I would be without her pulling up. Like, I was really down. I was really down. But she pulled up quick as fuck. She's like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing, like, at all. I'm skipping class. And so she pulled up to the nurse's office, and she was there while I was crying and shit. And, she was just letting me know that, like, everything's cool, and that, like, I'm, like, she was just, helping me through it. And then after that, I went back to class. I wasted the entire class period, like, fucking bawling my eyes out over this girl. And I went back to the class. I put my bag on, and this is how you know I was losing it, because I started counting from 0 to 100 out loud, like, not caring what the fuck I was doing. Like I felt so anxious. I was like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4. I'm like fucking cracked out of my mind, bro. And so I have class with that girl next period, like the girl that I'm tweaking out over, right? I have class with her next period. I sit next to her next period. So, so I'm like, oh my god, it's over. I just want the day to end. I just want to go home. And so I go to my next period. I drop my bag off because we got like 5 minutes before it starts, so like 3. I go to the bathroom on that on that floor, and I kick the shit out of a wall and a stall, and then a teacher comes in and is like, what was that noise? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like the only kid in there pissing. But I guess he didn't think much of it. He probably thought, somebody just falling through the walls or some shit. I don't know. But, he wasn't thinking too much about it. And then I went back to class. And me and her, she's like, we worked it out. She was like, it's okay. Like, I'm not mad at you. Like, I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. Like, I get where you're coming from. Like, I understand what happened, and she's not mad at me. She actually wanted to, like, try and patch things up. So I was like, bet. We patch things up, and then, and the school comes by. It's the last day. She's moving. She's moving to a whole other state. I'm moving to a whole other city. So like me and her, like never gonna see each other again, right? Um, and we'd gotten close to where the point I got my hand on like her knee, thigh-ish area. Like I'm not doing nothing crazy, I'm just like the sneaky link second boyfriend. You feel me? You think man, I wish I was that innocent to be a sneaky link again, but I don't think I'll ever be there. Um, but I was doing that, and then because we was watching a movie in the class. So after the movie ends, I think I give her I give her a hug, and in that hug, a nigga thinking like, man, this finna be the goodbye kiss, like this finna be that shit, nigga. Nope. I just get a hug. She wasn't ready for the kiss. But like, she ended up texting me later and was like, man, I wish I went through with it. And I was like, damn, I wish you did too. But it is what it is. And then that summer she ended up ghosting me or blocking me because we got into an argument over something. I don't exactly remember, but a nigga was pissed because wow. Because wow, like literally a couple months later than like a couple months after my breakdown, she literally fucking like stopped talking to me, like no FaceTime, blocked me on everything. I just felt like, wow, what the fuck? I was so pissed, so fucking pissed. But not anymore, I'm cool. And then, you know, sophomore year came. I'm at a whole different school, whole different city, whole different town. And honestly, I kind of like transitioned a little bit easier than I was expecting. I met my homeboys here, like my close friends, some of my closest friends that I still talk to, like see today, because I haven't graduated yet, but um, you know, fucking they go here, they go to the school I go to, so it's like I feel like it was it was a great move. I mean, I lost like fucking hundreds of friends from my last school, but I mean, you win some, you lose some. Um, but we're talking about relationships. We're talking so well. That's the type of relationship. But sophomore year comes around, and I have this very very close childhood friend, and honestly, I'm I'm kind of disappointed in like what I did because I don't know. I just feel like I did her wrong in a way. Like it was very it was it's very weird, But sophomore year comes and I'm chilling with this with my childhood friend, and me and her we grew up since like we were like jits like 5, bro, and she was honestly like a really great friend. Um, but sometimes we would like we would wrestle or we would just like play fight and shit. Um, and she would really start it. I would never start it because I'm just like I'm not a fighter. I'm really just like a chiller. So if like you invite me over to your crib, like nigga, you will catch me chilled up on your bed, like scrolling through my phone, or you'll catch me in a chair scrolling through my phone. Like I'm not the type of nigga to do something at your crib or like be like all energetic. Like no, like you're gonna have to be the person to like start an activity. Like oh, let's play a board game, or oh, let's play Smash Bros. I don't know, like you're gonna have to start the activity. Um, but I'm just over at her crib and we're just watching like YouTube on her TV or Netflix or whatever the fuck. But me, I'm scrolling through my phone because whatever she watching, it's like it's not my cup of tea. She's watching like some sports shit. Nigga, I've been growing up on games since I've been a little jit, bro. I'm not a sports watcher, player, none of that, bro. Like I don't really care too much for sports. I played some sports in my life though, but like I'm not really big on that shit. Like I'm not a big sports fan or guy. I still fuck with it though. I still like basketball, football, soccer. I think those are all really cool sports, but it's just like I can never really find myself getting into them. But back to what I was saying, she had one of those videos on like niggas running routes, and then she took my phone because apparently she got bored, and I was like, bro, give it back, and she's like, no, you got to get it back. So I'm wrestling and fighting for that. She put up a good ass fight. She's strong as shit. Or maybe I was just weak. I don't know. Shit changed, but I had ended up in the most. This gonna sound like some nerd nigga shit, bro. So please, like, don't flame my ass at all. Like, please don't flame me for what I'm about to say. But I ended up in one of the most, like, anime trope scenes possible. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna try to get it. I'm gonna try to get an image of it for this like specific part right now. But I'm gonna just describe it, right? So, my knees, my right knee is on the like she's laying down on the bed looking up at me, and I'm looking down at her with my hands like holding myself up on the bed, kind of like push up position, and my knee and her waist is in between both of my knees. So do you understand where this is coming from? This looks like a fucking it looks like an ideal confession position that you would see in like an anime, or like a scene that gets taken out of proportion, and then it's like oh, senpai, and it's like, why would you do that, or I'm so sorry, something like that. So I'm so sorry. I'm, but you get what I mean. It looks like one of those scenes. But that's only not in the moment. I wasn't thinking that in the moment. I think of that as I'm saying it. But she was like, she's like, hey, can I tell you something? And I was like, why? What's up? Because I'm still trying to get to my phone. And so she's like, look at me. And I was like, what's up? And she's like, I like you. And I'm like, whoa, nigga, like that's a bar to drop on me, like crazy. But then my heart was like, damn, I've known her for quite a long time. Like, I like you too. So that's what I said. I was like, I like you too. And so like, me and her shared a little kiss. And so I was like, let's go. And then the relationship got a little bit touchy feely, and some things happened, but we didn't go super far. We did go far, but not super far. That's all I will say. Um, Honestly, I'm kind of like mad at myself a little bit, because that really it really started a trend. Well, not a trend, but I started moving like differently, kind of after some actions were taken, and we were moving like really fast, like really really fast, like faster than I was hoping. That kiss was like, all right, cool. That was perfect timing for a kiss, actually. And then like everything else was like, holy shit, like this is really fast. Like I don't know what to do. Like I just, and so I ended up breaking up with her. Like I think before summer started of that year. So I had been with her for like 4 months, and I broke up with her in June. And ever since that June of my sophomore year, me and her don't talk as often anymore. And really, that's honestly kind of why I wanted to make this video. I feel like I I feel like I kind of killed something that was like really sweet. It had genuine love behind it. Like I could, there was definitely love behind it. But I feel like it was definitely right person, wrong time. like super wrong time, and we moved super fast, like extremely fast. Like I still wasn't fully over my relationship with the last girl, and so when I got with her, I kind of did it out of like impulse. I was like, yeah, let's just do it instead of yeah, this feels right. Like I actually like really like you, and I feel like it fucked up our dynamic. It fucked up what we had. Because honestly, when we went as far as when we went, it's kind of hard to go back to where we were as friends. Like going like I can't just like go over to her house and what just say like hey it was good and sleep and spend the night again. Like no, like I can't really spend the night after that. It's gonna be a little awkward. And even now, like I'm fucking I think I was like 15, 16 at the time of this relationship, bro. I'm 18 now, and I don't think I've spoken a word to her like since then. And that's truly on my part. Like I don't know. I'm not really good at social interaction in the first place. And so when you put me in such an awkward position already off the bat, it's just I feel like I cannot talk to you like at all. Like it feels impossible. Like I feel like it's just it's too much. It's too much to bear, and it gets hard, you know. But it's like she was honestly a great person. She was a great friend, and I wanna go back to the friendship we had, cause she honestly was she's she's what a friend should be. She cares about her friends so much. So much that she's willing to put her friends before her own. And that was honestly kind of some of the reasons why I had to stop. It wasn't just that we were going too fast. There was obviously other like like situations that were going on, but she was really just a genuine friend, and she cared about everyone that she was friends with. She's that ride or die, that person who will never leave you, like no matter what you do. Like she will stand by your side unless you like wrong her and her family. Then like yeah, she'll switch. But if you just she'll always have your back is what basically what I'm saying. you know. And I'm not saying like, I just want her as a friend so she can have my back when I get really low when I did something bad. No, it's like that's just a great friend to have. That's a fucking friend right there, dude. That's like some through thick and thin. That's some Bonnie and Clyde. Just without the like romantic shit. Um, and I mean, I kind of wish I didn't fuck that up so much. I kind of wish I did better control, like damage control. I'd say. I can feel myself like feeling better throughout this video, but yeah. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like I wish I assessed that situation way better than how I did when I did it. And then there was was this my fifth, fourth? I'm not even gonna count this one for real. But after that relationship, I had gotten into an online relationship with some girl I barely remember, but she had definitely affected my life in some way to where I was willing to, I had the dreams. Mind you, 16. I'm 16, so like at the time, I'm 16 at the time when I was like thinking that. So don't even chew me out. But I was really thinking like, man, I'll go to Florida for this bit. Like, I'll really do it all. Like, bro, when I'm 18, I'll fly out in this bitch and we gonna have a whole family. Like, that's gonna be my bit. Man, fuck no. But that relationship had been purely sexual. Like, I kid you not. Everything we did had some type of sexual tie. Like, it was just lust. It was pure lust. And this is when my quality of relationship started going down. Well, actually, no. That was just the really bad one. That was just like the worst one altogether. I'd cried over that one, but it wasn't like serious. It was like a thug tear. You feel me? Because she had gotten caught while we were in the middle of doing something, and her parents had to block me, or her parents had her block me, quote unquote. I don't know the full story about that. I don't know if it's like true. I don't know how true that is, but been there, done that. I could say it's just not the best. But then my most recent relationship, I also met this girl online, and she was actually the longest relationship I've ever had. And I don't know. I feel like that relationship, I was truly happy. Like there were times where I was happy, I was sad, but like I really thought she could be the one. Like I thought she was gonna be my wife. Um, I don't, you know, it kind of hurts, thinking it's like wow, you really like throughout your life you're gonna meet a lot of people, like a lot of people. You're gonna meet so many people to where you're gonna forget old ones. That's something crazy to me to think. But it's like there are some people who you'll never forget, and she might be one of those people. Like I, not might, she will be one of those people. I probably will not forget her. Like she is an amazing person. She's learning just as much as I was learning. No one's fucking perfect. No one's definitely no one is perfect. Okay. In that relationship, I wouldn't say I was the best boyfriend, and I couldn't say that she was the best girlfriend either. There were times where what? Like I was telling people what was going on. There's like, nigga, what are you doing? Um, and it was like, really, nigga, like you wanted to give your all to a girl that you barely know. I was like, yeah. I mean, shit, I don't know her in person, but I know her personality. Like, excuse me, it's not always just looks or all that. She's a great person. But I had met her in January and of January of junior year. So like last year. Yeah, I met her last year, and so 2025. I think. Yeah. I met her in 2025, and me and that girl, bro. When I tell you I was in love, bro. I was like head over heels, but so I had ended up telling my mom like after this one situation. So let me talk about the situation because I'm getting my shit fucked up, my roadmap. So there was a time where we had to take a break after like 4 months of the relationship because she had ended up catching feelings for another person. Uh, I, once again, bro, young and dumb. Don't blame me too much. But I was like, man, she don't even like him for real. She don't talk to him. Like, it's okay. Like, she's just gonna come back to me. She gonna realize like that nigga ain't shit. She didn't go to him, but like she still thought about it, which I mean is kind of crazy. But I was still willing to see it through. And then that was like in April of that year or some shit. For a couple months after, right? But then it hits August, right? It's August. I'm going into my senior year, dude. I'm like really, I'm going into my senior year, bro. And it's like a week before it, and she hits me with the meanest text, and I'm telling you, bro, I'm on DBD, bro. I'm on Dead by fucking Daylight, playing with the homies, bro. I'm playing with my homeboys, my closest homeboys. I got my fucking mic on. I think I got my camera on too, bro. Playing DBD with the niggas. You already know it's a stressful game. Your emotions are everywhere. So tell me why I get a text saying I think we should break up mid-game. Whoo, the tears that left my motherfucking eyes, bro. The tears, bro. I'll never forget those, bro. Those were real love tears, bro. Those were some real tears. I was dead sad about that, about losing her, right? And then, so and this was after like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I had told my mom like, yeah, I love this girl. Like this is the girl I love. I showed her images. I told her where she lived. I told her, I told my mom like I really see a future with this girl. Like I really want to like, I'm happy with her. And my mom was like, all right, love is love. No matter if it's long distance or not. As long as you're able to uphold it and hold it through. She was like, bet, right? And so I was like, I basically got the approval. I was like, hey, this shit green, nigga. Right. But I was after that I was hurt. So I guess for a day, she wasn't talking to me until the next day. She hit me up and was like, actually, I take it back. I want to get back together with you. I made a wrong decision. Now, at the time, I was like, yes. I was like, oh, like, I didn't say yes immediately though. I was like in my mind, I was like, yes. But my heart was so broken from what had happened. Like literally, it was like a fucking day. I didn't even get a full day to recover. You know, I was fucking butthurt. I was First of all, I was butthurt. Okay, because like, damn, I didn't like I barely got to give any input or like anything as to why we need to break up. Like she just like, no, like we need to do it. Like we need to break up. And so I didn't get no input. I didn't get no say. She just wanted it, and so it happened, right? So we broke up, and then the next day she hits me up. Let's get back together. Like I made a mistake. Sorry, but I was like, man, I'm not fucking with that. So I leave her undelivered or I don't know if I leave her undelivered or if I tell her I need some time, but I basically don't talk to her for about a week because I am salty and petty, and honestly, I shouldn't. I feel pretty bad for doing that, but you can't change the past, and I did what I did, but at the end of the day, um, I mean, no one is a saint. I'm definitely far from a saint. I've cussed a bunch of times during this video, and yeah. So, anyways, so me and her eventually ended up getting back together. But then I ended up calling it off, I think December or something like that, because I just couldn't do it anymore. So I was done. We were on and off a lot. It was very situational. You could call it a situation even. I don't know. A situationship even. I don't know. I technically wouldn't call it that because we weren't that problematic, but I struggled with maintaining the relationship because honestly, my heart wasn't in it anymore, and even now, it's still not in it anymore. I'm kind of still in contact with her, but recently I've kind of sadly stopped talking to her. Just like no contact out of nowhere. Like I just hit the ghost button, and it's not even like I wanted to do it. It was more or less like I kind of realized I was putting myself in like an infinite loop of I'd be really sad, and then I'd see her messages and I'd get happy and remember all the good things that were going on, you know, and I'd be like, damn, like I want to go back, and so I'd fucking I'd take my ass over there back to her DMs, and they'd be like, yo, like baby, like we need to do what we need to do. We need to get back. I wouldn't say that, but I'd just be like, yeah, I feel like we should go back together, and then I do watch rinse repeat, and I do the same thing, and I break up with her because I realize I'm not really in it. So, and it's kind of, and niggas would be like, well, why don't you just block her? Well, you see, I had thought about that, and honestly, I had tried. I gave her the idea. I was like, listen, we need to cut contact. We just need to let go of each other. Like, this isn't good. None of us are benefiting from talking to each other. We need to let go. But she's like, no, that's not fair. Like, I still love you. Like, I still think, like, I can't not talk to you. And so I was like, whatever. Um, and that's because I feel kind of not indebted, but I feel like this sense of, like, I'm kind of like the only person she has to talk to, about some situations. You know, her family isn't the healthiest. The environment, she's not in the healthiest environment to be in right now. Her mom isn't the best. She has some trauma that she had told me that she's dealing with. She has some problems with being an ILLEGAL immigrant, and so I kind of feel like, wow, like, I'm kind of one of the only people she can talk to on like a deep level, and I feel like if I were to just disappear on her, that'd feel like evil, I'd feel like a fucking supervillain to just kind of like, oop, dip, I'm out your life, like, oop, you'll never see me again, bro, like, just block her. I feel like that's when the situation gets complicated, because, like, the last thing I want to do is check my phone one day and see that, oh, she fucking killed herself, or, see, like, oh, girl from yada 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 kills herself, and, it's not like, oh, man, you're just overthinking it. No, she's talked about her attempts on her life, that she's made on her life, so, like, it's very likely to happen, given I'm, like, this pillar of, like, or I was this pillar of support for her. But it's like, I don't know, because I don't want to keep hurting her and myself by being with her, or being around her, because that's what's gonna happen. At the end of the day, no one's benefiting from us staying in contact. I'm not benefiting. She's not benefiting. It's not a healthy thing. It's not good for both of us. I want to end it. I really do. I want to stop being in contact with her. I just want to go on with my life, and I want her to go on with her life, and know that she's not a horrible person. Like, I don't want her to think like, oh, she caused this. She caused this breakup. Like, everything was good until she broke up. No, honestly, it's just that it's not truly all her fault. I mean, yeah, after the breakup, my heart wasn't in it anymore. Definitely not, because my heart was broken. I mean, it's healed now. Like, I'm not like no fucking, like, cut my life into pieces. Like, I'm not like still like, like crazy. I'm not still crazy about it. Like, I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, it happens. It's whatever. It's just a relationship. Like, that's how they go. They're not all perfect. It's not all rainbows and shine. It's not all sunshines and rainbows and shit. It's like, it's gonna happen. So I cut it off, or not cut it off, but I kind of cut that part off. And my heart is, I'd say I'm ready to love again, but I'm not ready to love her again. If you understand what I'm saying, like, I can't do that to myself. That'd be like quitting drugs and then, like, going back to it. What's the point? Why would I quit something that wasn't really, and it's like, let me say it in like this way. It's like quitting weed, because weed isn't entirely bad for you. It's a good and bad drug. It can be very addicting, and it can kind of lead to some like medical problems, but it's not a bad drug, right? It's how you use it and how you and where you stand. If you're an abuser, if you abuse the drug, then yes, you need help and you need to quit. But like, it's good every once in a while, and she's like that weed for me, you know. It's like I can definitely be around you every now and then, but I cannot have you 24/7. You know, it's not good for me. It's not good for my health. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. Um, and I feel like it's more or less something common I'm seeing a lot. Um, Even with like my closest homeboy, him and his girl, I don't want to talk too much on their shit because that's their shit, but they had a conflict going on with them for years, and I told them, bro, like, y'all need to kind of like just end it, you know, like y'all need to just stop, you know, like you can like this is both of you guys are hurting each other, right? And he's like, nah, bro, this is my first ever girlfriend, bro. Like, I'm like, I have to keep trying. Like I just have to keep trying. Um, you know, after you can only try so much before you realize that it's you can't fix it, man. You can't fix it. No amount of gorilla glue, no amount of working things out, no amount of trust, no amount of talking or communication can fix something that is broken. You know, if it's broken, just leave it alone, man. Just go and find something else. Cause the only thing you're wasting is your time, her time, their time, and when you could be putting that to someone else, you know. And here's like the, you know, here's the part where it's like, oop, this is what I came to the video for. Um, Honestly, I didn't really want to talk about myself too much, but I feel like I kind of needed to, because y'all don't know me. Uh, I mean, this video is kind of like a very very long recap of all of my relationships, um, and how I've like dealt with them and how they've came to an end and how I feel about them. And I guess what I'm trying to say here is it's very common for people to get into a relationship and kind of think, wow, like like after it's over, like you get into a relationship and it's over and like it ends, people are like just kind of give up. They lose hope, and I wouldn't like I wouldn't doubt that. Like sometimes, yeah, there are times where I lose hope too. I'm like, wow, I did all this for what? You know. And recently, I've seen videos on like, ooh, hoflation, and you know these hoes out here. They just got too big of an ego, and they think. I mean, for sure, man. There's definitely girls out there that are like they're doing too much, or they have too much hopes, or they want too much when they're given so little. But I feel like at that point, why even shoot your shot at them, right? Like, they could be the baddest, yeah, but if they're not offering nothing better to you or that benefits you, why even shoot your shot? And then I also don't understand why people will watch like these IG reels and these TikToks of niggas wearing meta glasses who you know are definitely like a league or leagues above you, and like, okay, hold on, that sounds a little fucked up, but like, you know what I mean, like they look different than you, they're different than you, they carry themselves differently than you. You know, you don't go up to a girl and be like, yo, what's good, mama, like, how you doing, like, I'm trying to do that, like, let me get a 360, you feel me, like, ooh, you got a nice butt. Like, no, nigga, you don't do that. You probably do not go on the streets of LA, my nigga. You don't go to rodeo. You don't find the baddest bitches. You don't do that every day, my nigga. You don't got the same shit that they got on. You don't got the same build. You don't got none of that, bro. You are your own person, and it's like it's crazy how niggas will see that and then they'll be like, bro, like I'm gonna give me a bad bitch like that, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not competing in the same league at all. Them niggas, they're shooting crazy shots. I don't even know how they're making them bitches, honestly. Because at the end of the day, it's all about conversation. Um, this is a long ass video, but I don't expect my content in the future to be any shorter. I do want to keep this under an hour in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to like keep this as concise as possible. Or actually 10 minutes, I don't know, but you feel me. Um, so what was I saying? Yeah. So you know, those shots aren't shots that you want to put up, nigga. If you like a girl, I know I want to talk, bro. I ain't got that much experience. I'm not gonna lie. I've been out the game for like a year. But nigga, if you want to shoot a shot, nigga, be yourself. Like, and I don't mean, yeah, I watch anime, so I'm gonna hit her with the arigato. How are you doing? No, nigga, don't do that. No, don't ever do that. What I am saying is, just come off with your own energy. Bring something that you do to the table. And if you ever think, how do I do it? I don't do it, nigga. Hold on. I know. It's one thing to give advice and not do it, or hear me out. What I'm saying here is, I don't do it yet. I'm talking about it because I want to do it. That's the point. I want to do this. I want to be extroverted, quote unquote. It's really just having confidence. I want to have this confidence of being able to just say whatever, not exactly whatever, but say what I want to say and be understood. And I want to be able to go up to a girl and be like, hey, how are you doing? And get to know them. Because do you ever realize that how we're so fucked up to a point? All we see is, hey, you look good, or you look good, you look so good, you fine as shit, you look like some fine wine, like I'm trying to fine dine, you feel me? I'm trying to dive in your ocean. Niggas is so focused on cracking. Nigga, these are real people, bro. They're real people, right? And it's different to a nigga, right? Because if a girl came up to us and was like, you look mad good, of course, nigga, we're folding. Of course we're folding. 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 times a nigga is folding if a girl comes up to him, right? But if a girl gets that 24/7 though, 24/7, or if a guy were to get that 24/7, at some point they're done. They're checking out. They're like, man, fuck that shit, bro. This is repetitive. It's all the same shit. But it's never like, it's not, bro. It's not like I'm telling you to be boring. Don't ask her about the weather. Just be different. Ask genuine questions. And it won't be hard if you actually like the person. If you like the person, you'll be able to ask genuine questions. Oh, do you like baseball? I see you're always wearing a baseball cap with this team on it. Do you like that team? Why'd you start liking that team? Do you have dreams in pursuing baseball? Does anybody in your family play baseball? Do you have any baseball paraphernalia in your house, bro? Like, shit like that. Low-key trash questions right now on my part, but you understand what I'm saying. Who's your favorite baseball player? Shit like that. You see them wearing a shirt with like fucking Slayer on it. Dude, you like Slayer, bro? How long you been listening to Slayer, bro? That's really cool. Do you like other people like Slayer? Do you like I don't really know. I'm kind of LARPing when I say his name a little bit. I listen to his music though, so don't like come and kill me for that shit. But like, I'm just, when it comes to music, bro, I'm not really good at naming people who are similar or like naming titles of songs. I'm really forgetful and shit like that, so I struggle. But you know what I mean? Like, just literally kind of investigate. Like if you want to know this person, so investigate. Of course, if you're trying to crack, then make your intentions like I guess, visible, you know. Don't lead them on. I'm definitely not saying lead a girl on. Never lead a girl on. Never lead anyone on. If you're a girl, never lead a guy on. You're an asshole. If you're a guy leading a girl on, never, you're also an asshole. Nigga, it's the same shit. You're an asshole no matter what. If you're leading someone on, fuck you. I hate you, genuinely. I'm just lying. I'm just lying. I dislike you. I don't hate you. I just dislike you. But yeah, and honestly, I want to get better at that. Um, I want to get better at talking to people, which is kind of why I have this channel, or why I'm starting it now. I really suck at talking to people. I suck so bad. Any public interaction I'm in, and I'm meeting somebody new for the first time, I am quite literally the driest person you'll ever meet, and I don't want to stop. I want to stop that. I don't want to. I don't want to keep being like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh dude, yeah, that too, yeah. Uh huh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Or yeah, or from over there, or just answering your questions, like if you were to ask me a question, like yeah, and I'd only answer the question, I wouldn't add any feedback, and I'd hope you asked me something else, or something like that. Like I'm so fucking shy and like afraid of I think so much in my head, and this is me kind of getting these thoughts out. Um, Honestly, the like right now, I'm trying to think because the point of this video was to kind of let you guys in a little bit on like my love life and kind of where I stand. I feel like I've talked about the theme of this video multiple times already, but um, it's to talk about my experiences, but also just I mean kind of to see if anybody's kind of had similar. I mean I don't know. I'm willing to like talk it out in the comments, or if you're going through anything I said like right now, like you're going through a breakup, or through um you're going through it with some girl and you can't break up with her, or you feel like it's too heavy. But also, I'm also here for advice. I'm not perfect, bro. And I'm gonna reiterate this in damn near probably every video. I'm so far from perfect, bro. So fucking far. I don't have anything done, bro. The only thing I've done right now is fucking school, bro. I've just been focusing so much on school work to the point where it's just been like I'm just getting that senioritis, bro. Like I'm starting to stop doing my work. I'm starting to turn in half-ass shit. I'm starting to give less energy to things that I once liked. Um, and it's like, wow, how the times have changed. I don't even have my license yet. I I don't have a job. I just kind of chill at home. I play the games. I don't do shit with my life, bro. Like, and it kind of led me to then make this to like. It's like I need some type of outlet to get my emotions out because I'm so stuck inside. I'm not stuck inside. No, I'm not a shut-in. I go outside. I do things, but I don't do them so often to where I can say, oh, I do that. No, I do it sometimes. I go out sometimes. I hang out with friends sometimes. Most of the time, I'm inside, either watching YouTube or I'm playing the game, and I feel like I'm not productive enough, you know. And I want to stop that. I want to feel like I'm doing something. I want to feel like I'm contributing to something that I want to do. And this is that outlet. This is that I'm doing something. I'm talking to random people on the internet that I don't know, and they can't answer me. I'm just fucking telling them about my life and my day and my shit and what I'm going through and how I'm feeling and how that's affected me. And I mean, it's something. It's not super crazy. I mean, I just kind of think of it as like a diary that people are gonna hear. So I don't really go too fully into depth. You know, I have some filter. I mean, this is pretty much as raw as you're gonna get it. I mean, you're gonna hear my fucking fan in the goddamn in the back. I'm gonna try to fix that. By the way, like, I'm, all right. In the future, fuck it. I don't think this is gonna be under an hour and 15 minutes anymore. But in the future, I do plan on, like, is this 2 hours long? What the say you swear to God. No fucking, hold on. Wait, I'm so sorry, guys. Dude, I've just wasted, oh my God. I'm so sorry. Anyways, um, I'll just cut that part out. But, nah, I'll leave it in. Fuck it. It's raw. It's raw. It's raw footage. I'm gonna chat until I feel like I can't chat anymore. But yeah, this is how I want to express myself. This is like my diary, my unfiltered diary. It's only filtered to the point where if people I may know or the people I may be talking about in these stories come across it, to where they may or may not know, it's kind of like hinted, but it's more of like hopefully they forgot that, about the story and that they never stumble across my videos. I fucking hope they don't. I really don't. Well, actually, the only people I don't is, actually, none of them. I actually don't care. They can all stumble across it. Everybody I talk in this video, they can stumble across it. I think we've all grown enough to kind of grow, and like, I didn't really say anything bad about these people because there's nothing bad to say about them. Except the girl I met in drama. She was a bop. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that was really all I have to say. I love everybody. I love everybody who watched this throughout the entire thing. If you actually watched throughout this entire thing, bro, you're the GOAT. Like, you are the fucking GOAT. Like, I don't even know who would listen to an entire hour. This shit says 2 hours on the recording software, by the way. So if this is actually 2 hours long, it's getting cut. Definitely getting cut. But if it's not, then you listen to a full 1 hour long of me fucking ranting, you're a GOAT, bro. Hey, stay tuned for the next one, and peace out, bro. Much love to all y'all niggas, bro.